What's up guys, it's Johan here with Delgado Detailing. I just finished filling up a bunch of my most used chemicals. I recorded the whole process on my TikToks. If you want to check out the video of me actually filling it up and just doing so, and just chatting with you guys, check out my TikTok. Last time I did this video, I did it on YouTube, so you guys go check my chemical reload episode 1. You can see it there. I had a really long talk with you guys about my experience with working at UPS and doing this full time. Actually now guys, I'm no longer working at UPS. I'm doing this full time. I'm also a full-time student, which is I'm starting to get the same problems that I have with UPS with being at school. But whatever, it's not about talking about my school issues or my suffering grades. Today I want to just talk about my recent successes and my recent fails or lessons learned. So I just recently, I guess for my fail or lessons learned, I just went through a scare of almost not getting paid for a service. So this is my fault. You know, I did not set myself up for success. So what happened is this guy found me on Facebook. He saw my Facebook page. He sent me a message. It's like, hey, I want you to do my you know, I'm a small business owner here in your city as well, but I'm also I just bought this car. I'm renting it out for and I wanted to get it all nice and clean to get ready for a rent for its first rental in like next week or something like that. I was like, that's perfect because I'm actually booked out for this week. I can get you in on this day. I said, hey, send me your number so I can go ahead and put you in my scheduling system. That way you get appointment reminders and just streamlines the service. He was like, and I just got no response. Nothing from him. In the next couple of days, absolutely nothing. I had his address, so I knew where to do the detail, but I didn't get his number. So I couldn't put him in Pocket Suite because Pocket Suite requires at least an email or a phone number to enter them as your client. And so I was like, whatever, you know, it was a day of, and then I asked him, I messaged him on Messenger, like, hey, we're still on for a day, right? He's like, yeah. And I said, what's your phone number? He didn't give it out to me. So maybe he was just a little bit weary of giving out his phone number, which is fine. I wish he would have communicated that at least. So at least maybe could have gotten his email. That's a little bit less invasive. But nonetheless, I didn't get the phone number. So I got there, I did the job. You know, I was messaging him on Messenger. It was crazy. Actually, his kids when they came out from school, they started playing out, and one kid was riding a scooter and he actually left a pretty deep scratch. Here's a picture of it. I tried my best to at least make it look better because it was through the clear and I think even through the base coat. But yeah, it was bad. Whatever. So I did the detail, and then you know I was done. So I messaged him, hey, I'm all good. How would you like to pay? Would you like to pay through card, through you know Venmo, Zelle, Cash App, cash, check? What's your preferred form of payment? I got absolutely nothing. And I was like, well, if you want, you know, I was like 10 minutes later, I was like, if you want, just send me your phone number. I'll send you an invoice and you have 24 hours to pay. It'd be a lot easier. Nothing. So I just sat there, you know, with the keys, just waiting for him to call or not call, but message me back, and I got absolutely nothing. So I was like, I'm tired of waiting. I went and knocked on the door. His son came out. I was like, hey, do you know maybe if your dad left some cash or something to, for the payment? And he was like, no, I don't really know anything. I was like, well, he's not answering me. Do you have his phone number? He's like, yeah. So he gave me his phone number, tried calling him, nothing. I got no answer. I sent him a text. I sent him more messages on Messenger, absolutely nothing. And so, but now that I had his phone number, I put him in as a client. I sent him an invoice and I sent him a message like, hey, I'm gonna send you an invoice. I got to get going. You have 24 hours to pay. My late fee is $20 per day after the 24-hour mark. Basically, it has no limit, so you're gonna want to pay it. And I got nothing. You know, no message from him, no saying, yeah, I got the invoice. You know, until later that I think at like midnight, he's like, I got it. I will send the payment over. And I got no payment. No payment was sent. It was the next day, which was today. I went to go do my other detail today. You know, I was like, man, checking my watch to see if I got any message from him. Absolutely no messages. I'm like, dude, am I gonna have to? Am I about to get stiffed? You know, it was all my fault. But I truly thought I wasn't gonna get paid. My mic finally died. I haven't charged it since I got it, and I got it quite a while ago. So that's pretty impressive. My mic is dead, so I hope the audio is all right. I'll try to speak a little bit louder. I don't know where the audio cut off, so we're just gonna go on with it. So, you know, I was prepared. I was like, man, you know, I'm gonna give him a week. you know, adding the $20 fee a day for a week. And if he doesn't pay with a week, and of course I'm gonna be messaging him, calling him during that week. If he doesn't send the payment, then I'm gonna be prepared. I'm gonna have basically my case built for me to take it to small claims court, because I just did not want to be walked over. I didn't want to be taken advantage of. I was like, you know, this is gonna be a learning opportunity for me, and I was gonna do it. So I continued my detail and everything, and it was like, it was getting to like 4 o'clock, and I sent him one final message. I'm like, hey, if you have any questions about the service, or any concerns about the service, or any questions about how you can pay, please let me know. Just know that your only option of payment is not just through the card or the invoice. If you want to pay through Cash App, Zelle, if you want to give me a check or give me some cash, let's set up a time where we can meet. Absolutely nothing. And then I think 5 o'clock hit, and I just get a message from Pocket Suite, oh, your invoice has been paid. And I'm like, this dude could have answered my messages. It's been almost 24 hours. He didn't answer any of my messages and just paid the invoice. So luckily, yes, he paid the invoice, but I was so worried I wasn't gonna get paid. So lesson learned, I'm gonna now make sure that all my future clients, before I even do the detail, they have to put in their card information into Pocket Suite. For 2 reasons. The reason number 1 is I can enforce a cancellation policy that way. My cancellation policy is 20% if they cancel within 24 hours of the appointment. So that way I can enforce that, because I've had some cancellations like that and I had no way of enforcing it, because either they've been an existing client or they pay through cash, or they just never, I didn't put in their information, didn't have to put in their information. So yeah, so lesson number 1, well, that's reason number 1 for doing that. But second, reason number 2 is, in this case, you know, of course I prefer, if they're gonna pay through card, I prefer them to check out in person with me. That way I can ask them if they want to do a tip. Pocket Suite will give a screen asking if they want to leave a tip, which is a good way to add more income to your business. But through invoices, it's the same thing. It allows them, if they want to pay, to leave a tip. So I was like, oh, you know, I want to do that, but in this case, after 24 hours, I would have just charged it. I would have just charged the card. So either way, I would have been able to get paid. So that's the lesson that I learned, guys. Set yourself up for success. Make sure you're able to get paid. Sadly, I've seen a lot of things in Facebook groups, on YouTube, of people not getting paid, basically doing a whole bunch of services, and the client just refuses to pay. And that's because they did not set themselves up for success in that situation. Lesson learned. Happy client. Don't know why he didn't message me, answer my messages, whatever. Maybe I was just paranoid. Okay, let's talk about my most recent success. So as you guys saw, my past couple videos and shorts have been a lot about headlight restoration. For some reason, just a couple months ago, I was like, man, I really want to perfect my restoration game. Because I used to just do wet sanding from like 1,000 grit to 3,000. I would polish and just ceramic coat, which is all right, 90%, maybe like 70% of the time. But whenever you get a card that has super heavy oxidation, that method just does not cut it. Yeah, you can go more aggressive grit, but with hand sanding, it can be kind of hard if you're not using like a 2K clear or a filler type of paint, or a filler type of clear. It's really hard to get all the scratches out when you're doing hand sanding like that. Ask me how I know. I've tried, and there will still be scratches in the final finish. And it's just hard. It's hard to get the headlights that have been super heavily oxidized. It's hard to get them super clear with using that method. So I was like, you know what? I just really want to perfect my headlight restoration game, because in my opinion, as a detail business owner, if you're gonna be a detail business that offers headlight restoration as a service, you better know how to do it right. You don't want to offer subpar headlight restoration if you're just polishing it or using a crappy Armor All freaking kit. And don't you dare be using bug spray for your headlight restorations. But either way, anyways, if you're gonna be a detail business and offering these services, which is a huge, having oxidized headlights is a huge safety risk. If you were telling this client, hey, I can fix this for you, it's gonna be a lot safer, and then they go bad in 2 months, guys, you're setting yourself up to get negative reviews. you're setting yourself up for basically your star percentage on Google or Facebook to go down because you did an incorrect restoration. It wasn't restoration, you did a temporary fix, and now this client is mad because they need a job done again, and it's been 2 months. So I wanted to learn a good way to make headlights look good as new for a lot longer than 2 to 3 months. Now, of course, yes, you can get way longer durability with using a 2K clear coat. The reason why I don't use 2K clear coat is because, first of all, 2K clear was not meant for headlights. Now, some of these brands say, oh, it's made for headlights. That's just rebranding. Look at that. I don't want to hate, I'm hating. Look at the Chemical Guys lineup. They have a product for everything, and it's just one product ever so slightly changed and rebranded, or maybe it's not even changed at all. They just rebrand it and remarket it as a different way. There's basically no difference between the Spray Max 2K Clear and the Spray Max Headlight 2K Clear. It's a 2K Clear. They say, oh, it's made for headlights. Yeah, but says who besides them? Is there any proof that they show the science as to why this is good for headlights? No, it's just a rebranded smaller can made for your headlights. It's 2K Clear, and the reason why 2K Clear is not very good for your headlights is because it does not allow the same amount of light to travel through the lens. There's been tests done on that. And second, if it's applied improperly, it can potentially cause permanent damage. What I'm saying is spider cracking. Spider cracking is number one. The biggest problem with 2K Clear is spider cracking. But second thing is when 2K Clear is not designed to go bad. It's also not really designed to be removed. You're not supposed to remove 2K Clear. So whenever these lights do go bad in more like 3 to 4 years, what's going to happen is the lights underneath start to go bad. The actual polycarbonate start to go bad. But since 2K Clear is not designed to oxidize like that, it's going to start to crack and chip and flake here and there. What's going to leave you with a really nasty looking headlight that's going to be super hard to restore again. The reason why is because now you got to sand away 2K Clear, and the thing is most people will just sand to like 600 grit or 1000 grit and then spray. So that 2K Clear has penetrated deep into the light, so you got to sand all the way down through some more layers of polycarbonate to make sure you remove all the 2K Clear. And trust me guys, I've done a light that was 2K Clear before. You don't want to do it. So that, my friends, is why I use the Meguiar's headlight spray coating. This stuff is really good. The coating alone will last a year, but if you maintain it, basically by just not letting the bugs etch in there for a long time, washing your car, or at least your headlights, cleaning them off frequently, and applying some type of UV protectant wax or sealant on it every couple months, you're gonna be golden. The Headlight Restoration Pro has said, even on his own car, he said he got over about 4 years of durability with this stuff, and on average he sees between 2 to 4 years of durability if you maintain it. So I've learned that method. Here's some results that I've gotten. You get some great results, and guys, I've made a lot of money in the past couple months. I've made almost $2,000 off of just headlight restorations alone. I'm not trying to brag about the money or anything because I probably don't charge as much as some other people do. I charge about $100 for a pair of headlights. But guys, you can make some good freaking money with this stuff. And the great thing is you can do it in a garage. If of course, you always want to be wearing a ventilator or like a respirator. You can do it anywhere. And this method that I've learned from the Headlight Restoration Pro, it's all battery powered. So you don't need access to electrical cord. You don't need access to a water spigot. You can just go anywhere. You can be in the parking lot, their work. You can do it in a freaking Walmart parking lot. It's great. I made a lot of money off of it. I've gotten a lot of exposure on local groups due to my headlight restorations. It's been a great success for my business. Detailing has not slowed down for me. I still do a whole bunch of details. But these jobs on average take me between an hour to an hour and a half, which I'm still slow at this process. You can do it definitely a lot quicker the more headlights you do. But it's a small service of like an hour and a half. I'm getting $100 for it. And sometimes they leave a tip, and I've had my biggest tip I got was $50. That's $150, and it took me an hour. Guys, that's $150 an hour. So that's for me and my success has been learning how to do proper headlight restoration. I've really loved it. It's a really fun service to do, in my fail or my lessons learned in the past couple months has been set yourself up for success and set yourself up so that you can be paid. You don't want to be stiffed by the client. You don't want to get taken advantage of and do free services. So make sure you set yourself up for success and make sure you're able to get paid and learn something new, to like try to perfect something, whether it be you want to perfect interiors, do you want to perfect your extraction game, whether you want to perfect your polishing game, whether you want to perfect your ceramic coating game, whether you want to perfect your engine bay details. Try to find something that you feel like you do all right at, maybe not perfect or really, really good at, and just learn how to do that well. Just repeat it over and over and over again. Market that service. Practice on either your family or friends' cars. If you're doing headlight restorations, you might want to go to a what's it called? You might want to go to a junkyard and practice on the lights there, so you don't damage anybody's lights. But guys, try to find a service that you're okay at and really hone in on it. Make sure and either get the products or learn the steps to where you can tell yourself that you're one of the best in your area at this service. And once you've got that thing down, start doing that with other services. And guys, you're gonna perfect your detailing game. Will you ever be perfect? No, but you're gonna greatly enhance your detailing processes and your detailing results. You'll have a lot of before and after to do that. And guys, headlight restorations alone, I got in this just last month, I got 6 additional Google reviews, 5-star reviews, off of a very easy service. So what has that done for me is boosted my Google listing, my Google business listing, and I'm now getting more calls, and I'm actually getting a lot of ceramic coating jobs off of people calling me saying, you know, the reviews have boosted me up. People calling me, see I do ceramic coatings, and ceramic coatings, as you guys know, is really, really a high ticket service. You make a lot of money if you can do it well. So I'm rambling, but yeah, guys, make sure you check yourself every couple months. Ask yourself, what is one hard lesson that I learned in this past whatever couple months, couple days, and then what is my most recent success? What is my biggest success in this time frame, and what is either my biggest fail or my hardest lesson learned? And if you guys do that constantly, you're gonna be able to learn from your mistakes and also learn from your successes and be able to take the knowledge from both of those experiences and put them into one. And ultimately, you're gonna better your detailing game, and you're gonna better the business side of things. You might be making more money, or you'll be learning some new things, how to market. So yeah, guys, that is kind of all I've got for today. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video, go ahead and leave a like. And if you want to, leave a comment below. If you have any questions of things that I use, chemicals that I use on a daily basis, process for headlight restoration or something like that, just go ahead and leave a comment down below. I'll try to get to them as soon as I can. Thank you guys for watching. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and give it a subscribe. And yeah, I love you guys. Take it easy.